Hey folks, did you know that only 4% of all businesses that make $1 million in annual revenue ever break through to $5 million in annual revenue? While dealing with a lot of business owners, I found that the revenue point between $1 to $3 million is where most business owners struggle to break through. Do you know why? It's because the rules of the game changes significantly at this level. Because what gets you from 0 to 1 million is all about product market fit and pure hustle. You find a good product and services that the market needs and you go out there and hustle and get that job in. Maybe you hire a few employees and you repeat. But this same process that got you to $1 million will never get you to the $5 million mark and beyond. Because the next stage isn't about working harder. It's about designing a business operation that can take you to the next level. You stop being an operator and start becoming an architect. You move from doing the work to designing how the work gets done, from fixing the problems to building systems that prevents it from happening. And that shift from the execution mindset to the architect mindset can be tough for many business owners to make. I can tell you as a business owner, when I say this, I have lived this myself too. And today I want to share you 5 important shifts to scale your business beyond the $5 million revenue mark without having to work long hours and dealing with operational chaos. To start with, lesson number 1, know your numbers. Usually above $1 million mark is where business start losing track of what really matters. And that is profit. Yes, some of them get obsessed with chasing revenue and forget the bottom line completely. At this stage, I would recommend having a system for everything, whether it's job costing, profitability, even keep a close eye on your margin. Like you need to know what your break-even point is. And even you have to allocate money aside for taxes like corporate tax payable or whether it's VAT, because the goal isn't just about making sales. It's about building a business that pays you well and runs well. The second lesson I learned, choose your capital expenditure wisely. This is a point where business owners think about investing into capital expenditures, like buying a new truck or upgrading your equipments, buying land, investing into real estate, maybe upgrading your shop, doing some renovation. While some of these could bring long-term capital appreciation, you still need to be careful. Look at the hidden costs associated with this, like property taxes, insurance, interest on loans, and how that is going to affect your company's cash flow. And what happens if you have one bad month or one bad year? Would you be able to cover these costs? And how is that going to affect your cash position, your profitability, and your overhead position? So I'll definitely talk to an independent financial advisor or a CFO to help you assess the impact of these decisions on your operation and growth. So know your numbers. It is extremely crucial. Lesson number 3, not every client deserves your time. In the early days, I would say yes to anyone who would hire us. But when you are established at a $1 million revenue mark or further, you want to serve the right clients, one that has realistic expectations, and do not make a hassle when it comes to payment. Because some clients will pay you late, and some will call you in the weekends, and some will even treat your employees like their own. So decide who you want to cater and what allows you to grow within that client segment. And say no to clients that don't have respect for your time, your effort, and your business's systems. Lesson number 4, hiring does not create freedom. Systems do. So when I hired my first employee, I was super excited because I thought hiring would give me that edge. It would give me the freedom and give me my time back. I assumed that staff will be team players, they will take ownership and they will figure it out. I kept an open door policy. They could call me anytime. I would show them the ropes and how things are done in the company. It took me a while until I realized that this training never ended. I kept training for years and I went from being a CEO to being a full-time babysitter. I did the mistake that every business owner does at some point. We assume that people will figure it out, only to realize that employees really don't solve problems. Because without the right system, your business just becomes a guessing game and the employees you hire will not know how to solve these problems. So when I started documenting processes, SOPs, and building KPI and accountability into my business, for the first time, I could take a vacation without my phone buzzing every 10 minutes. Because freedom doesn't come from adding people. It comes from building a rock solid operation that make those people effective. And the next lesson I learned, marketing never stops. When sales are good, most business owners relax. I did it too. And 2 months later, my pipeline was completely empty. And here's the truth. Marketing isn't a department of the business. It's the oxygen tank of the business. So when you're leveling up your business game, you want to invest a certain percentage into marketing every month. Word of mouth itself is not enough. And you need a marketing system to ensure that these leads are turning into prospects every day. And this will keep your pipeline full. Because usually at the $1 to $5 million mark, word of mouth and referral becomes a foundation. But new ways to attract prospects becomes crucial. And marketing becomes less about collecting leads and more about building system that can consistently attract, nurture, and convert those prospects into customers. Because momentum compounds. And if you take a break from marketing, rebuilding it after a while can be 10 times harder. Now, the bonus tip, the big one, cash flow is king. I cannot emphasize this one enough. Cash flow is the blood of the business. You cannot play the game if you're cash strapped. So keeping track of your cash flow becomes very crucial. I usually see businesses, especially in the retail space, managing inventory, struggle with cash flow because they heavily invest into inventory when sales starts picking up. If you're in the business that involves inventory or large accounts receivable, you need to know how much cash flow you need to keep your business running. Because many times when the business grows, it's so easy to lose track of profitability and cash flow. So a few things you need to know: how much cash flow you need at current level of operation, and how much you need as your business grows, and what's your optimum inventory level or accounts receivable level, and how fast can you convert to cash. Because these are few things that many business owners miss as the business grows. Like, I have a friend who runs a contracting company. He usually serves restoration companies who has a payable of almost 180 days, which means he gets paid only 180 days later. That's half a year. Completely ridiculous. He's growing fast, he's getting a lot of contract, but he's always struggling in cash flow. He tells me that over time, he has become from a contracting company to a financing company. It's so easy to get caught up in the trap of growing fast and running out of cash. And this can hurt your business more than anything else. So, as much as the first $1 million of revenue is a great achievement for all businesses, but this is the point where you start looking at your business differently. Look at your business from a system standpoint. Understand the design of your company. Understand your org chart. What's your reporting structure? Because once you hit the $1 million mark, it is the starting point of building something that is scalable, more stable, and someday even sellable. So if you're somewhere in that journey, remember this: what got you here won't get you there. So it's time to shift from being an operator to an architect, from a hustler to a strategist, because you want to build a business that runs without you and can grow without you. And that's what I call a rock solid operation. So if you found this video helpful and you're looking for ways to build a systemized company that can run and grow without you, feel free to follow this channel and reach out to me anytime if you have any questions. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.